us a testimony regarding the Iran weapons and drones. He has the evidence that these weapons are Iranian, and he's going to share this evidence today with us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Chris White. Thank you.
It was actually just stated. I went to mostly routine reporting mission, and when I got there, I was shocked because I was taken to a centre for small children who've lost their homes and lost, many of them, their parents due to drone attacks, among other things. I stayed at a house in a small community with no military connection whatsoever, not even a filling station for cars. The first night I was there, and I have an official report, 6 Shahid drones landed and 5 people in my immediate location died. The second night, some 5 landed, but luckily no one was killed. I looked up before coming here today to target in a war civilian targets that have no military connection is a war crime. And under any law whatsoever, supplying somebody knowing you're going to do that, that they're going to do that, must surely be a war crime. To provide these drones, which are killing civilians as they sleep at night in rural areas, must be a war crime. I was taken to a centre for people who have lost their limbs in the conflict, not just on the front line, but also drone attacks. And it is the most shocking thing to walk into a building and see so many people, many more than are standing here today, without arms, without legs, waiting to have some form of artificial limb attached. And I talked to one of them, and it was quite a really terrible experience to listen to what had happened to him. I believe that your campaign is completely justified in international law, and somebody somewhere should get some unity across Europe and across the world to stop what is going on. War is one thing, and I would point out that the President of Russia, whose name I will not repeat, and the President of China made a statement this week to the effect that it is not a war. If it's not a war, why are they sending drones that just drop haphazardly on civilian targets? Thank you very much indeed.
Long live Ukraine! Long live Ukraine! Long live Ukraine! Long live Ukraine!
Live live Ukraine and justice for Ukraine. Thank you very much.
Героям слава! Героям слава!
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
I was present at your earlier manifestation outside the European Parliament, just maybe half a kilometre from here, and may I say how eloquent your speakers have been, how peaceful and how dignified your demonstration has been. You may feel that people in Brussels and in the EU institutions do not have a great understanding of the suffering of the Azerbaijani community under Iranian authorities. I can assure you that actually, certainly in the media, we do understand. I have always considered Azerbaijan to be one of the best friends of the European Union from that particular part of the world, and so yes, please understand that we do know what you're going through, we do know the arguments, and I'm hoping that we can support what you have been doing here today. I'd like to refer to my very, very close friend and indeed colleague, Mr. Chris White, Yes, indeed, he has been delivering humanitarian aid to Ukraine. We're very proud of Chris. He has been a very outspoken journalist. He has been a fighter for justice. And for him, and I will say that this is a gentleman who is retired, and most people when we retire, I guess we look forward to a peaceful life. Not Chris. Chris takes wheelchairs, he takes medical equipment, he takes supplies, he takes a vehicle to be turned into an ambulance down to Ukraine. And I think that I would say now, I'd just like to ask for a very big round of applause for Chris White and the work that he has done. Chris, we're very proud of you. We're very proud of you. Manel mentioned justice for Ukraine, and I really want here again to pick up on what Chris said about war crimes. Justice for Ukraine is campaigning through a petition and through other means to have the actions of Russia, supported by Iran, supported by other countries, designated as war crimes. Now obviously the International Crime Commission, the ICC, International Criminal Court, has already issued a warrant for the arrest of Vladimir Putin. So I think that we can now, when we speak about Vladimir Putin, we should talk to him or talk about him as the war criminal, Vladimir Putin. And I would... Putin has been a sponsor of terrorism since he first arrived in the Kremlin, from the bombing of the apartment blocks in bombing to the murder of my personal friend and colleague, Alexander Litvinenko. Putin is a terrorist. So I think I've said all that I can say here. Again, I want to just assure all of you of our support. Again, our thanks to Chris and to all of you, because I know there are a lot of unsung heroes here, a lot of unsung heroes, and I would say, God bless you all. Let all things be discussed, let the truth prevail, let us bring peace to our world, and indeed, Slava Ukraine!
Героям